Hello, I'm Peter Bergman. This is my official YouTube channel. I'll be updating you with the latest news, so please subscribe to my channel.
Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Today is a beautifully chaotic day in the soap universe, and we are diving straight into the deep end of the drama. There is so much to unpack, so let's get right into the breakdown. Okay, I literally cannot believe this. Can we please process this mess together? Because I am recording this at absolutely ungodly hours of the morning, my brain is completely short-circuiting over the absolute trauma they just dropped on us, and I am severely sleep-deprived. Might delete this later, but I seriously can't stay silent about this anymore. Please tell me I'm not the only one losing my mind over this. Look, I have been riding this Newman family roller coaster for what feels like centuries, but this is absolute, unfiltered psychological warfare, and I am basically vibrating out of my chair. The sheer audacity of this storyline is a total game changer, but not in a fun, let's eat popcorn way. It's a major flex of emotional devastation, and I am here to dump my unedited psychic damage onto this digital hive mind. Unbelievable, guys, what's going on here. Listen, we need to talk about Victoria Newman and the absolute horror show she just walked into, because my jaw is permanently attached to the floor. Basically, Victoria is just going about her business, probably plotting some ruthless corporate takeover or adjusting her flawless blazer, when suddenly the bottom falls out of her entire universe. She finds her mother, the absolute legendary icon, Nikki Newman, experiencing severe, terrifying, fainting symptoms. I am talking full-blown, terrifying, drop-to-the-floor medical emergency panic. Victoria is screaming. She is hoang-hoed. She is completely losing her icy composure. And honestly, seeing the Ice Princess completely shatter into a million pieces of a terrified daughter is low-key my new obsession, but also I am traumatized. Look, you have to understand the gravity of this raw frame. Victoria does not break. Victoria Newman is the woman who stares down hostile takeovers without blinking. But suddenly she is watching her mother, the bedrock of the Newman family, the woman who has survived literally everything this cursed town has thrown at her, just collapse. The severe fainting symptoms aren't just a little dizzy spell. It is a violent, terrifying physical rebellion of Nikki's body. And Victoria's panic? It is raw. It is visceral. You can basically see decades of Newman family trauma flashing before Victoria's eyes in real time as she scrambles to help her mother. Honestly, the acting, the framing, the sheer panic of it all, it is a total game changer for their dynamic. Wait, why are we like this? Why do we subject ourselves to this level of emotional damage? But listen, this is where the absolute rage kicks in. Because this didn't just happen out of nowhere. No. If we look at the timeline, Nick Newman literally just said this was going to happen. Nick was standing right there at the Newman Ranch, staring his father in the face, complaining and warning Victor that his ridiculous, ego-driven decision to hand Chancellor over to Lily Winters was going to deeply, profoundly hurt Nikki. Nick saw the writing on the wall. He knew that ripping Chancellor away from Nikki after everything she has poured into it was going to be a lethal blow to her pride and her sanity. And what did Victor do? Basically, he completely ignored his own son, pushed his own wife to the brink, and now Nikki is literally hitting the floor. I am screaming. Victor Newman is single-handedly testing my sanity. The man just regained Newman Enterprises, which should be enough of a major flex for one lifetime, but no, he has to play God with everyone else's lives. He honors his deal to give Chancellor to Lily, completely disregarding the collateral damage. He strips Nikki of her corporate identity, her power, her purpose, and just tosses it to Lily like it's a spare piece of change. Honestly, Victor's ruthless, uncompromising need to control the board has finally pushed his own wife over the physical edge. The fainting isn't just medical. It is the physical manifestation of Victor's absolute betrayal. It is the crushing weight of knowing your husband will always prioritize his chess games over your heart. And while Nikki is literally fainting and Victoria is having a complete psychological breakdown trying to keep her mother alive, what is Victor doing? Oh, he is busy playing some twisted psychological game with Matt at the ranch. Yes, Matt, the guy who just wanted a shower. Victor is orchestrating this rigorous test of sincerity for a hostage while his wife's nervous system is shutting down. Whoa, I've really gone off chasing butterflies into another dimension. Bringing the signal back, let's stick to the script. But seriously, the contrast is making my brain bleed. One side of the ranch is a bizarre loyalty test, the other side is a medical emergency, and Victor is just sitting there like the puppet master of a nightmare. Let's deep dive into Nikki for a second because I am so defensive of her right now. Nikki Newman has fought tooth and nail for every ounce of respect she has in Genoa City. Chancellor wasn't just a company to her, it was a sanctuary. It was proof that she could run an empire independently of Victor's suffocating shadow. And then Victor just takes it. He just takes it and gives it to Lily Winters. The humiliation, the stress, the absolute heartbreak of that betrayal, it's no wonder her body just said nope and shut down. The severe fainting is her body's way of screaming because Victor has silenced her voice. Honestly, I am just so disgusted and fascinated at the same time. And speaking of Lily Winters, oh my God, the absolute irony of it all. Lily is currently living her best life, ecstatic, triumphant, running around town declaring a massive victory because Victor handed her the keys to the kingdom. She is over at Society asking Kane Ashby to run the company for her, basking in this glorious corporate win, completely oblivious to the fact that her victory is the exact catalyst that just put Nikki Newman on the floor. Lily is celebrating a total game changer while Victoria is holding her unconscious mother. The juxtaposition is a lethal crunch to my soul. It is brilliant writing, but I hate it so much because it hurts. Listen, if you think Victoria is just going to cry and call an ambulance and let this go, you are completely delusional. This severe fainting episode is going to ignite a war. Victoria is going to look at her mother, realize that Victor's ruthless chancellor deal caused this, and she is going to go absolute scorched earth. Suddenly, Victor isn't just the patriarch. He is the enemy who hurt her mother. Victoria's panic is going to morph into a cold, calculated, lethal rage, and honestly, I am so here for it. Basically, Victor just handed his daughter the ultimate motivation to burn his empire to the ground. Actually, wait, no. Maybe Victoria will blame Lily? No, that doesn't make sense. Lily just took the deal. Victor offered it. But knowing Victoria, she will probably blame both of them. She will blame Lily for accepting the company and Victor for offering it. See, my brain is just overflowing with theories right now because the adrenaline is peaking. I am organizing these thoughts in real time, and it is a chaotic feedback loop of transcendent hype and absolute narrative betrayal. I am literally dumping my unedited psychic damage onto you guys right now because I need someone, anyone, to witness this existential collapse. And can we talk about Nick for a second? The absolute tragedy of Nick Newman being the only person with a functioning moral compass in this family. He literally told Victor this would happen. He was the voice of reason. When he finds out that his mother fainted, that she had this severe medical crisis right after he warned Victor about the chancellor fallout, Nick is going to lose his absolute mind. The guilt he might feel for not stopping Victor, combined with the pure rage directed at his father, it's going to shatter whatever fragile truce they had. Nick and Victoria are going to have to unite, and it is going to be a major flex of sibling solidarity against their own father. Look, this isn't just a minor blip. This is the kind of lore-shattering climax that redefines an entire era of the show. Nikki fainting isn't just a cliffhanger. It is the breaking point of the Newman family dynamic. It proves that Victor's obsession with corporate dominance has finally eclipsed his humanity. He broke his wife. He broke his family. And for what? So he could test Matt's sincerity? So he could play games with Lily and Kane? The stakes have never been higher. And basically, I am just terrified for Nikki's health. What if this isn't just stress? What if the fainting is a symptom of something much, much worse? Suddenly, I am terrified they are going to give Nikki a terminal illness storyline. Oh my God, please no. I cannot handle that. I literally cannot process a world where Nikki Newman isn't sitting on a velvet couch judging everyone in Genoa City with a crystal glass in her hand. If this fainting spell is the start of a massive health decline, I am going to march down to the studio myself. Wait, Why are we like this? Why do I care so much about these fictional billionaires? Because they are legends carrying this entire journey on their shoulders. That's why. And seeing a legend fall is a devastating blow to the digital hive mind. Honestly, I need to go splash cold water on my face, but I can't stop thinking about Victoria's scream, the way she looked at her mother, the sheer, unadulterated panic. It was a raw frame that packed a lethal crunch, and it is going to haunt me until the next episode. We are officially in the end game of this corporate war, and the casualties are no longer just bank accounts, they are literal lives. Please, sound off in the comments, validate my panic, and tell me how you think Victor is going to justify this absolute disaster. Because I am low-key obsessed, completely destroyed, and absolutely ready for the fallout.
Thank you for watching my video. I will be updating regularly with the latest news, so please remember to subscribe to my channel to support me.